Hello, this is Rachel Karl with RachelKarlOnline.com, where we help you successfully market your business online to multiply your profits. And this is your weekly marketing tip. Today, I want to talk to you about 4 ways to convert your casual Facebook fans into super fans. Oftentimes, clients will hire me to consult with them because they're putting content on their Facebook page, but they're not getting any activity, they're not getting any engagement, and they're frustrated because they're struggling with how to get people engaged on their page. So I'm going to share with you how you can not only get more engagement and more activity to your Facebook page, but how to actually create super fans. And so the difference between a fan, like a regular fan, and a super fan is like the difference between someone who occasionally goes to a football game and someone who shows up in 30-degree weather, half naked, with the colors of their team painted all over their body. And they would rather miss their own mother's birthday than miss a game. You know who I'm talking about. So if you can create highly engaged fans on your Facebook page like that, fans who are loyal, active users, then you've won half the battle. So people have been brainwashed by so-called social media experts out there who tell them that they need to have thousands and thousands of fans on Facebook, and that's how Facebook is done. Wrong. Facebook is a virtual networking party, and I talk about this in my Social Media 101 report, but you want the crowd gathered around you, hanging on your every word. You want that type of engagement that so that you know that people are really super highly engaged. You don't need the whole stadium gathered around you to really get some traction with Facebook. You just need a few people who really care and who are loyal and listening to what you have to say, and then they will spread the word, and then your Facebook page will sort of take on a life of its own. That's what you want. So keeping this in mind, we can now take a targeted approach to Facebook marketing. And I want you to remember that the number one goal of your social media efforts, including your Facebook marketing, is to drive traffic to your website. Okay, you got to remember that you want to move them over to your website as quickly as possible. So here are 4 ways to create super fans. Are you ready? Number 1, attract your ideal fan with engagement ads that are targeted to your ideal audience. So you want to make sure that you're targeting the right audience using all that great data that Facebook has collected. So then you can fine-tune your ad and make sure that you're sending it and it's getting in front of exactly the right people. So, for example, if I were selling bicycles, I would create Facebook ads that targeted people who like competitive racing, and I would also target my people who've liked pages of my competitors, because those are people in my target audience too. So then those ads will start showing up in front of those people. You want to, when you create your ads, you want to keep in mind a few things. You want to create a catchy headline, and then you want to create content, and even the headline can do this too, but you want to create it so that it really gets people to take action, to click on it, so that they take that action you want them to take. You also want to have a nice eye-popping image in your ad. And happy smiling faces always work better than logos. So think about that when you're creating your ads. And also remember, you only have a few seconds, especially now that Facebook is rotating all these ads through every few seconds now, instead of just showing one ad all the time. You only have a couple seconds to really make your ad count. So, number 2 is use contests and giveaways to really create some activity, generate buzz, generate word of mouth, and this can be something from like an iPad giveaway. One example of something that I do every Monday is I do a $5 coffee card giveaway, and it's called the Pay It Forward with Coffee Mondays. And I know that Mondays can sometimes be a hard day for people to kind of get into the week. So I ask people to just post something on my page that they're grateful for. And then because usually the answers are so tough for me to choose a winner, I just kind of randomly, I'll flip a coin or randomly, use the Google random number selector to sort of choose the winner there. And then I'll send them a $5 coffee a gift card to their favorite coffee shop. It's a really fun thing, and people seem to really like it, and it seems to be creating some great fans on my Facebook page. And then number three is that people are going to your Facebook page to solve a problem or get help with something that they need help with. So your job is to solve that problem for them in exchange for their name and their email address. You want to capture leads using your Facebook page, getting them to your website, but capture those leads when you can. The way you do this is create a welcome tab and make it so that they have to like your page before it reveals like a special offer. You want to give them something valuable in return for that name and email address. So it can be a free giveaway. It can be a great discount on their first purchase. Redbox does this really cool thing where the first time you like their page, they give you a code for a free movie. So that's really cool. Just think about something you could give away that's valuable in return for their name and their email address. And then what's so exciting about this is that now you have information from them and you have their permission to market one-to-one with them. So just from you to them as opposed to one-to-many, which is what Facebook and social media is. Right? That's one-to-many. Email marketing is one-to-one. Okay, the next thing is you want to use calls to action, but don't overuse them. Don't be pushy. Don't be salesy. Don't say buy this or go here to buy this or anything like that. Because remember, it's social media, social. You want to sprinkle them kind of throughout your status updates. And you can start small, like baby steps with your calls to action by, posting a link to your blog and saying, click here or watch this with a link to a video or check this out with some kind of an interesting statistic or something like that. Your posts need to be a good mixture of great information that continues to help solve that problem that they came to you for in the first place and entertainment. You want to entertain and inform people. And don't be afraid to mix it up a little. I read this Harvard study that talked about how 40% of our speech output is all about us. We like to talk about ourselves. So keep that in mind. You don't want your Facebook page to be all about you. You want it to be all about your target audience, your ideal audience, your customers, and that sort of thing. So you can ask them questions and really encourage engagement. Ask for their opinion. People love to share their opinion. So do remember that when you're creating your Facebook posts, that you really want to encourage them to talk about themselves. If you're a local brick and mortar business, you can also post different things that are happening in your town that your target market might be interested in. And then you can amp it up at times, and you can just tell people, hey guys, go to our website. We're having a sale right now, or come into the store today, 15% off everything, or things like that. It's okay to have like a really direct call to action like that too. One other tip is you want to use in your content, in your calls to action and that sort of thing. You want to, sorry about that. Okay, just a little interruption right there. That was my phone reminding me to check my email. So in your posts, in your status updates, post some great images with the content that you're posting. Don't just post plain old content, because the images get more engagement as well. So, and I want you to remember that this Facebook stuff is an ongoing process. So don't lose heart and don't lose steam if you don't, see things happening right away. It takes time. You've got to build it up. You've got to build that steam. Going back to the sports analogy, you don't get from first to home base like every time you hit the bat. You've got to go from base to base to base. And even if you hit the ball out of the park, which is pretty awesome, even if you hit the ball out of the park, you still have to run from base to base before you can get home, right? So keep that in mind, and just remember, it's like baby steps. Take one step at a time. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope you enjoyed the little phone interruption there. And remember, I want you to put these tips into action, because I don't want you to practice shelf help. I want you to actually use this stuff. So I encourage you to let me know if you have any questions. comment below, share it, like it, send it to your friends. And if you're not getting these tips in your inbox, make sure you sign up in that little box to the right, so that you make sure that you get these tips straight to your inbox every single week. And I think that is about it for the tip of the week. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next tip.